Today, I'm going to be giving you a closer look at this fitness tracker smart bracelet from MG Cool. It comes with the following items: your charger and your user manual, and then you can put the free app on your phone in order to pair this with it. So some things about this: it's waterproof, it's Bluetooth 4.0, and it operates as a regular fitness watch, and it has several things that it's able to do, which I'll give you a closer look at. And it also looks like a simple watch, showing on the main screen your date and time and battery life. Setup with this is really simple and easy. The first thing that you're going to want to do is go ahead and install the MG Cool Band 2 app, which you can just simply find in the Play Store, or it comes with a code on here that you can scan on your phone also. And then you go ahead and pair your wristband with your phone through Bluetooth. You can see here in this picture on the bottom of your screen that round circular button is just a touch button that you use to cycle through the various options that you have on this wristband. So first on the main screen you've got your date and time, and then the next one will be showing the amount of steps that you've taken in the day. The amount of steps taken will reset automatically each new day, and you can see that when you're looking at it on your app, you can see the number of steps, and it also shows you a little bit more information there with your distance and also your calories burned. The next option on your wristband is to start a run. So you can actually start tracking your run just by simply pushing that on your wristband, which is nice that you don't need to go into the app. On the app itself, it will go ahead and place on there. It will show you your steps for your run and also your calories burned and your total time. This can also track your distance that you simply flip through on here to see on the band itself. As you can see, this one is set to kilometers, and so that's not very helpful for me. I'd like to see that in miles. But so far, in looking through the settings, I haven't figured out if it's possible to change it from kilometers to miles. So if anybody has tried that and knows how to, leave me a comment. This also tracks the amount of calories that have been burned. From the wristband, you can also activate the camera on your phone. You can also, right here from the wristband, turn on the music from your phone. So if you hit this, it will just play the last music that you were playing. This is also able to track your heart rate, and you can start that process either from the wristband or from the app on your phone. Both will work to set that in motion. One issue of consistency with working with this bracelet here is for getting your heart rate. Okay, so you can do heart rate through your phone or through the band itself. So anyway, so here's how it says: yes, do wear it like this. No, don't wear it like that. So I guess the light leakage is supposed to be facing down on your wrist and not tilted up. The band position, it says yes like this, not like that. It looks like it's in exactly the same place. I don't know if that finger is scooting it down a little bit lower. And then you can use it for running. This is showing, I guess, what running is and what is not running. So, but these pictures, as far as getting this to consistently work, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. My husband tried to do the heart rate. He can never get it to work for him. I have gotten it to work for me, and I thought that I had it figured out, but I don't really think so. Okay, so you put on here, you hold this in, and then when that heart starts going, that's when it's monitoring. Okay, so I've got that. I'm going to make sure the light is facing down, and I've got my finger here, like in the picture. And my screen's going blurry here. Okay, and that was effective, that it did take my heart rate. Sorry, I'm having trouble focusing here. Okay, so it is taking my heart rate at the moment. But sometimes it says, please wear correctly. That is the most common thing that's coming up. Please wear correctly. And I'm constantly wearing it in the same spot where it's strapped onto my wrist. So I think the trick is to make sure that that light that's coming out through here is facing down, and it's not like tilted up and shining that way, but it's facing down, and have your finger to push it down a little bit so it's there on your wrist, and then your finger just pushes it as far as it can. So like I said, I'll try that again. That has not consistently worked for me, but it seems to be today.
So I'm trying to follow the pictures to the best of my ability, but in looking at the user manual at first, it looks like it's hard to distinguish the difference between what to do and what not to do. Okay. Okay, and there it says, please wear correctly. So I'm pretty sure that I did the same things this time, but that was my result. Oops. So it doesn't seem to be very consistent for me. Okay, so there it is, monitoring. I'll make sure that that is facing down. Put my finger here. I'm wearing it in the same place. Please wear it correctly. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Not quite sure what the trick is with it.
Now I'm going to give you a closer look at the app itself. So here on your main screen here, if you were to go into the home button, it would show you the amount of steps that you've walked, the amount that you've run, your sleep time, as well as your heart rate, your BPM. Here's a look at the screen for sleep time. So it will actually automatically start tracking your sleep. Whenever you fall asleep, you don't need to go in and set either on the app or on your bracelet that you're now sleeping, which is kind of nice. I love that it will just automatically do that. You'll see that there's also a camera here on this app and then a record section here. And going into records, this will take all of your data and put it into a couple of different maps, and you can track day, week, month, and year through this section. Under device, you're able to sync up with the particular device that you want to be. And then under settings, you have this nice configuration section where you're able to change various settings, and basically anything you need to do on this would be located right here. I'll show you just a few items in settings. First, I'm going to give you a closer look at the alarm function. So you have alarm 1 and alarm 2 that you can click on. So you can set 2 different distinct alarms. And then going into here, your clock state you can turn on. And there's also your clock time that you can go ahead and set for AM or PM. And then for the clock period, you can actually set the working days. So if you go into that section, you can turn it on and off for all the days of the week, Monday through Sunday. I really like to use the alarm on this bracelet because I'm always concerned when I wake up early and I've got my alarm going off. I want it to wake me up, but I don't want it to wake up any of my children. So if I want to get up and exercise on my own and have some alone time, then it's nice to have that alarm because it will just silently vibrate on your wrist. So it's enough to jolt you awake without anyone else being disturbed by it. Another item that you can find in your settings is goal setting. So you can go in and set very specific goals for your steps, your running, your distance, and your calories burned. So you can be tracking with this whether or not you're meeting your own particular goals. This band also includes some settings to make it operate more like a smartwatch. Like you can have notifications coming on here, having nothing to do with your fitness goals and fitness apps on here. So you can set call notifications. So I like to do this. I enable the vibration and then put it on call notification. And then if I'm away from my phone or I've left my phone somewhere, then when I'm getting a call, my bracelet will go ahead and vibrate and show me the call icon to let me know that I'm getting a call. You can do the same thing with your SMS text messages. You can also set it up for your different apps like Facebook notifications, WeChat Notify, and WhatsApp notifications. So there's different ones on here that you can specifically say, yes, I want this to notify me for the bracelet, or no, I don't want to. So it's not going off with all your annoying alarms that you don't need to hear all of, but just the specific ones that you want to set. You've got some nice options. If you specifically want to know when you get a Facebook notification or just text or just calls, you are able to do that. Now I'll be giving you a closer look at how this wears. It does wear a little bit differently, although the band may look similar, a little bit differently from my Fitbit. So first, you're going to find this specific hole measurement that you want this at. Now I have to wear this on the very tightest possibility. I do have really small wrists, but I have to wear it as small as it will go. So you just punch that metal ball section through whichever hole in the band you would like. And I have quite a bit of excess band, which actually slips behind the band itself. So you don't have this long flap that's hanging over. It just slips in back behind, and then that is tucked behind the actual wristband. So I like that because I have so much extra, it's not just hanging off to the side, but it's kind of cleverly concealed underneath. The charger on this one is also pretty unique. So it differs a lot from a Fitbit with a piece coming out of it that you actually put onto a charging dock and then plug in. You have this big piece that you plug into a USB, and then it has this large section that clips on to the actual bracelet. So it just matches up with the prongs on the back. And charging this is actually pretty simple. You just take off the bracelet, clip this on, and then plug it in. So that's been your closer look at this fitness tracker smart bracelet. And it really just is both of those things. So you've got your basic things for fitness tracking that you're able to do with this. The only problem for me being it's great that it tracks your heart rate. I just can't get it to do it consistently. So I don't think that aspect of it is perfect. This is set up to work with iOS, Android phone. And it is great for a lot of different things like a smartwatch. I love to just use it as a watch and just hit the button to see the date and the time. And here you can see that it does show just a vague battery picture, but actually on the app you can see the exact percentage of your battery. So that is nice. Another thing that I would like is if you could easily change the distance from kilometers to miles. And as far as I can see, I haven't quite figured out how to change it from kilometers. I hope that you can. But I love that you've got the vibrating alarm and the notifications that you can do through here. So it's a smart bracelet that you can also do your regular fitness tracking. You're able to do tracking of your drinking water and running, walking, sleeping, all of those basic things. So I'd say you've got a lot of basic options for a smartwatch and a fitness tracker with this.